Let me tell you something. I'm going to share something that I think is worth sharing. Something I learned when I was down in the Keys. What I learned when I was down in the Keys was one thing you do not do is you do not get on a boat that, of someone that you do not know or trust or have any reason to be able to confide in. When you get on a boat and you go out onto the ocean, you're placing your life in the hands of the person who is captaining that boat. Life is a boat. The world is a boat. But if we boil it down to a little bit closer to home, the company you work for is a boat. Everybody wants to be the captain of a boat. Everybody wants to be in charge. Everybody wants to criticize. Everybody wants to say what's wrong, what's right, and what's not good, and what's good, and what should be and what shouldn't be. But the fact of the matter is that nobody wants to be captain when the boat is sinking, because the captain always goes down with the ship. That being said, captain is a very important thing. And to have somebody willing to be captain is even more important. Someone that's willing to be responsible for the authority that he's given as captain, to be responsible for the lives of all the people on that boat. Now, it doesn't take a genius to figure out what I'm trying to say. So don't sit there and scratch your head and say, oh, I just don't get it. Jesus had to speak in parables because people couldn't handle when he spoke directly to them and said, look, you're being a dumbass. This is what you need to do. Well, I'm trying to follow in his footsteps. To break it down in a little more basic thing, I'm working on a building for a company, for some faceless owners, with a manager that's in charge and holding the bag. He's the captain of the ship. Everybody in his employ is dependable upon him to keep them employed. In order for them to be able to be secured in an employment, he has to have found some value in them. When you find value in somebody, you assign authority accordingly. You're granted authority as a member of that vessel. A vessel to which you entrust somebody else to make sure you survive on. You're surviving because of their guidance, because of their direction, because of their ability of grace to allow you to punch the clock. You're allowed so many mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. If you're not making mistakes, it's because you're not doing anything. So if you're walking through life and you're going through, you're participating on this project, and on this job, and in this company, and you never do anything wrong, chances are it's because you don't do anything at all. This is like life on a very small basis, but on a very grand basis. The world is a ship of which there is a captain. And we're all members of the crew. Now, if I'm the captain, which in a certain capacity, I'm assuming myself the responsibility of taking on the assignment of the captain in the capacity that I am running in. It's my job to delegate authority. I'm not telling anybody what to do per se, but I'm delegating an authority to each individual as to what I feel that they're able to handle. You have to know the limitations of every individual in your crew. You have to know the strengths, you have to know the weaknesses, and you have to be able to pair those people together in order to be able to function as a crew. And if you can't depend on one another, there's an issue. Here's a scenario. We all pile on the boat. We get out on the water, the sun's shining, everything's happy, we're eating shrimp cocktails and knocking back rum drinks. All of a sudden there's a squall. Everybody's running scared. Nobody knows what to do. Well, there's no time for please and thank you now. Okay? Now it is do this, do that. Okay? Batten down the hatches. Tie down the cannonades. Rig down the rat traps, rig down the crab traps, rig down the fish traps. Everything that's loose, tie it down. Get it locked into to a hold. There's 30-foot swells. The boat's going up, the boat's going down. Shit's going flying, shit's going flinging. People don't know what to do. Captain, what do we do? What do we do? Well, batten down the hatches. Get your life vests on. Time to work. Everybody's life depends on it. Everybody's life depends on it because everybody needs the money. Right now we need the money. Do this, do that. Yes, I'm short. Yes, I'm mean. Deal with that. That's my job as captain. Your life is in my hand. If you do not listen to me, you are dead. And I have to go home and sleep with that. As the captain. Everybody wants to be captain until the boat's sinking. This is a basic thing in life. Whether you're the president of the United States or whether you're the president of a company, everybody's a critic. Doesn't matter who is in that seat. It doesn't matter if it's Obama. Doesn't matter if it's Bush. Doesn't matter if it's Reagan or Carter or Trump or that bitch Hillary Clinton. Doesn't matter. They're in that capacity. You're under their guidance. They have to live with the fact that you're dead now. And God only hopes that they have the integrity to feel bad about all that you've given and all that you dedicated yourself to and all that you relied upon them for your safety and trust. That's called integrity. There's a lack of that. When the boat gets back to shore and it docks and it's getting serviced, it's getting worked on, and the sails are getting patched, and the rigging is getting fixed, and we're all on shore leave, having rum drinks on solid land, there's going to be a lot of time for grab ass. There's going to be a lot of time for pats on the back. There's going to be a lot of time for thank you, for oh my God, I was so scared. There's going to be a lot of time for all that. But when you're out there on the water, there is no time for that. There is no time for emotion. It's about order. It's about trust. And when you get on a boat and go out on uncharted water, on a boat with a person who is in charge of that boat, there has to be trust. And if you cannot trust that person with your life, then you should not be on that boat. And if you can't handle being on that boat, and you cannot handle the delegated authority that's been given to you, then you shouldn't leave the porch. You stay home with the women and children. This is a message brought to you by Zachery Polk from Prospect Studio, Someone Unlimited, the Bandana Brothers, the New Blues Society for people who know, and last but not least, from Mad Pat Kaderm, Sea Captain. I'm a father. I was a husband. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a philanthropist. I'm a musician. I'm an author. I'm an artist. I'm a survivor. And I'm a man who has something to say. I don't care about what's on TV. That's not real. And you need to get a clue too. I'm bringing you this message because I do give a damn. Scarlett, Cody, Sarah, Sienna, Drew, Amy, Amanda, Reggie, Zoe, Kagan, and there's a whole string of others. Take it for what it's worth. Apparently it's worth a lot to me because I'm putting it out on the internet. So anybody's got a problem with that, fuck you too.